And hello everybody. Glad to be here today. Wanted to share this Facebook Live with you that I intended for Monday. So as promised, I'm here. I'm a little bit late by a couple days, but it's a little atypical of me for sure is to just drop the ball on something like that. So I apologize that I did not make it to that Facebook Live today, though. We're going to talk about boosting your confidence and what are the things you can do to boost your confidence. One is if you kind of miss something, is to go ahead, forgive yourself, and love yourself right where you are, and party on from there. Right? That's the rock star way to boost your confidence, and always just do your best. Right? So from there, I was really inspired to share around this after talking again. Usually these things too happen to when I'm working with my clients. I see the boost that they're getting in confidence and the things that we're doing, and also the things that naturally come to me as I'm working with them to share with them. So I'm working with people. I see how their confidence is lagging and why it might be lagging. There are certain practical, very most of what I'm going to share today is just very practical ways of boosting your confidence so that you can increase your sales and increase your impact, your weight, and everything comes with it. Um, but if you don't, without utilizing some of these principles, you're just not going to be as confident as you maybe could be. So I'm going to go ahead and share those things with you today. So I've been at this for a while. I've been online since 2006, and I was in sales before that in private practice, and I did outside sales as a copier salesperson, in the past before that, and I can just say that through it all, the number one thing that creates more results in anything is confidence, and that includes sales. So um, I just remember just not feeling confident, not feeling confident, especially when I started online, like, well, copier sales I did eons ago. Well, forget about it. I didn't have any reason to be I try to be confident for no reason, right? And so I'd be confident for no reason because I didn't really care about what I was doing. So if you don't care about what you're doing, but I was just into the sales thing, but I didn't care about the product so much. I was just like, it's a product, it's cool, it's fun, it's whatever. I didn't really care about it. So if you don't care about what you're selling, it's not going to sell so well. You can see all the potential in the world to make money in it. You could be into the idea of sharing it with people. But if it's even a little bit off, often it's going to either totally take away the sales, or it's not going to happen at all, or it's going to diminish it. So you want to be, if you're selling something, you better feel that soul shaking kind of energy, that energy alignment with it. That will boost your confidence because you're naturally going to be confident. All right. So that's going to definitely give you some more confidence. So what is your thing? What is truly your purpose? What is truly your offering for the world? What is your soul singing to you to share? Today I did a VIP with for a client, and she already came in based on some other work we already had done recently in her own work, but she already was beginning to understand what wants to come through her. And then we get into the VIP, and it's just undeniable. It's just like, this is meant for you. And like, we see a huge movement with it and everything now. So once we know what it is, then we can move forward. But it's a matter of taking the time to really tune into, well, what is the thing that it stirs in my soul to share. And then the next thing is what people don't get right sometimes is to really boost your confidence by knowing, well, who exactly is it for, and being abundant with whatever it is. Often people try to scattershot and reach more people, and then therefore they're like, I'm not worried about targeting certain people, as could help everybody. So, but niching within the niche, even sometimes is best for people. It's not enough to say you're working with empathic leaders, but that maybe you're working with business executive empath leaders or whatever. Like, who is the specifics? Not to be afraid to be too specific in your marketing. We always think we're going to miss out, but there's what, 7, 8 billion people on the planet now. There's a lot of people. Most of them are on the internet, from what I hear. So there's a lot of people for you to reach out there. So don't be afraid to go too specific. When you claim the power of being specific, you become more aligned. You become more aligned when it's true for you. You always got, is it true for me to be this specific? Is this really my tribe? Are these really my people? If it is, then you got to call it in. That's going to build confidence. From the clarity comes the confidence. And then all the messaging and all the things we share with them be around what are their common pain points, what are their common things that they desire and whatnot, all the usual marketing things. But they were dialing it in. It's not just a head game, but it's something we're dialing in and we're getting into our embodiment, right? So many people do their businesses in their heads and then wonder why it doesn't work. But when we get it dialed into our energy and the energy gets turned on around it, it has a life of its own that comes through you, and then you just naturally are ready to take action. I mean, whatever questions you have along the way get answered. You just because you're listening. When you're in a deep listening with life, you're meditating, you're tuning in, you get the messages, and you have more confidence because you're listening, right? If you're not listening, there's always a part of you saying, "You're not listening to me," like that intuition, right? That deeper self, that essence is saying, "Oh, you're not listening to me." And then you're like, "Oh, I feel like there's something off here. I'm not too confident." So that also throws off your confidence. So you want to make sure you're constantly listening, constantly refining what you're sharing, how you're sharing it, and being okay not sharing things sometimes too. That can boost your confidence. When you're really trusting source to deliver through you, that you can wait and you can tune in and you can let the messages come to you. I shared a post about that the other day, that sometimes we get ideas and we try to figure it out in our heads and then we try to launch it out there and then it bombs or it doesn't do so well. And we're like, why? There's a download. I could swore it's right. I thought I followed my timing, but if you're honest with yourself, you skipped a step. You skipped steps. You didn't listen deeply enough, and it just delays the process or just kind of takes you on a windy road. So you want to allow yourself to listen more deeply, more quickly. There's so many different things around boosting your confidence. One of the things you can do, even beyond all that, as you're developing that clarity, is when you're in sales conversations, are you doing the same thing? Are you listening deeply within your being? Are you listening with your whole being to the person right in front of you? There's so many sales techniques. I've got my own. I share them. I'll probably share some of the techniques, here again and again. But the thing is that within any technique that we're using, the ultimate is really just to be present with people. Really be present, really listening, asking good questions, and naturally letting the energy just flow. And naturally that leads to sales. That naturally leads to sales. You'll be super confident when you just listen with your whole body, with your whole being, and you let what wants to unfold just by being in the moment, just by sharing what wants to be sharing. Structures can help. Structures can help you avoid slipping into little pitfalls, little holes that create new portals of energy that slip people out of like saying yes to themselves really in a sales conversation, right? So usually it's just they're not saying yes to themselves most of the time. So it's first though is you can practice on your own. It's just listening with your whole being, listening deeply, always, and that includes a sales conversation of talking about them working with you. Another way you can naturally feel more confident all the time in your business and in your life really is there is a part of you that there's like think of it this way, always the two, right? The sense of two, just the sense of two. So you have the sense of I'm really fearful, I'm really not confident, I don't know, I'm not good enough and all that usual stuff, right? And then there's a part of you really when you're honest that feels kind of confident or really confident. It's like, yeah, I'm just confident, and you can be confident for no reason, like what your mind perceives as no reason. You can be confident, right? Some people call it fake it till you make it. This is a little bit different. So it's not really that. It's sort of like that. But what it is really actually being real with the confidence you already have. So it's totally different to me in the context of fake it till you make it, it's like you already have the confidence somewhere inside you. So act confidently already from that energy that lives inside you already. Now, it already lives in you. And when you listen to that confidence and let that guide you, that too is a superpower. Because, boy, if I'm just being confident, I know I don't need to work for the rest of the day after this live, or if that were true for me, or whatever it is, I can, or that it's time to make those 10 phone calls right now. You'll listen if you just come from that sense of confidence already. It can do you amazing wonders. So, one of the ways you can practice that too is just by allowing yourself to imagine, because it's true, your deepest confidence comes. I always talk about that middle pillar of energy in your being, right? The center of your being, like a column through your being, right through the middle of your chakras. So, right within that, and when you tune into that, you get into that center. There is no separation energy. Separation energy is where you're not confident, right? So, oh, I don't know. I don't know when he wants my stuff. Yeah. It's always outside your body. It's in you show up in your body, but it's not in your coming from your center. You're not really embodied. So what you want to do is you want to, just come back to center. Just feel that middle column of your being, where all confidence and all the good stuff flows from. You just come back into that column. You can feel a sense of strength and confidence, and then you just keep coming back to center and moving from that space. Even when you're in conversations with people, or you're doing marketing messages, or just talking to people about what you're doing, that you make sure, oh, am I centered? Daniel mentioned about being centered. Am I centered? Am I coming from that natural confidence that is always there inside of me, wherever you find it, but it's somewhere centered inside of you. And so coming into that place and just letting that speak, coming from this space, it's gonna I guarantee you increase your confidence. Like I said, you'll increase your confidence in anything, including your business and around doing sales. There's always like, oh, conceptually, I'm worried about doing sales because of this or that, and money shadows and all the other things we can play with. But there's some irreducible space inside you that doesn't care about any of that. It just is confident, just wants to do what it wants to do. And the more we can trust that, and when we feel it in our center and not question it, so many great things can happen much quicker. So from that place, you just kind of cut like a knife through a bunch of nonsense. Sometimes being more confident means that you're going to stir people up. Other people that aren't feeling confident may be driven away from you. Wow, your energy is like really good. I'm a little concerned about that. But really, you're going to attract way more people that want to be in your field. And as long as you're centered, it's not exhausting. It's not going to be exhausting. It's not going to be an issue. So when you're being confident, coming from this place, you're coming from true power. And from true power, you can create whatever it is that you're wanting to experience in your life. So confidence is a master key to life. It is, in a sense. I mean, even if you say I'm just being present, it's not about confidence or non-confidence, but it is a sense of confidence. When you're connected, there's this sort of sense of quality of confidence. So I want you guys to go ahead and cultivate more of that. If you want to learn more about how to cultivate your sales and getting into specifics and more clarity and developing that, I'm happy to talk with you. So feel free to reach out to me with any questions you have, or if you want to see about deepening your clarity, knowing you're a world changer, but you can't seem to land with it energetically in an embodied way in full confidence, feel free to reach out to me, of course. Ask me any questions you like, and I'm happy to be of support. Anyway, I think for today, anyway, that's all I have to share. I'm grateful for all of you and for everyone that has listened in, and I'm just so grateful to share. So, all right, well, be confident and allow yourself to rock it in your business, and I look forward to continuing to share more with you. I am going to continue on Mondays going forward. So, what is it, April 5th, right after Easter? I will be back by then. Next Monday won't be here. And then Monday at 3 p.m. Central, I'll be talking something Awaken Sales to help sharpen you up and deepen you, right? Okay, all right. Much love, peace, and blessings, and lots of joyful impact and sales and awakening in the world. Okay, much love. Goodbye for now.